Well, how is everybody out there in YouTube land doing this evening? Well, at the moment, nobody is here yet. That's all right. All right, you guys, I got a couple of things in the mail today, and I wanted to do some more on this um, UV5R budget comms type of thing. I did. I did get a PTT, and I also got, um, I guess you would call it an antenna relocation kit. I mean, because it was basically just a coax and an antenna. Uh, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through what I got today, and then try and set some stuff up. So one of the first things I did get is this PTT. I don't know. On my last video, I showed you guys a really rugged military style PTT that kind of looks like this. Well, this is not the same thing. This is Earmore, or yeah, Earmore. That's the company that does this, made in China type of stuff. But anyway, this is definitely not as uh, heavy duty and rugged as that military style one that I showed you on my last video, but it's still pretty nice. I mean, I like that big honking truth slinger. I like that big honking clip for that. That's really nice. And the PTT button is actually it's pretty stiff, which I don't know if I'll have any problems of accidentally keying up on that. But this one is wired for the Baofeng with the it's a Kenwood style plug on the end of it. All right, now this will plug into my radio. All right, this is my PTT for the radio now. Here, I'll sit that right here. Put that right there. All right, and the headset that I'm going to be using on my vest is this one. Until I still got one more part. It's supposed to come in from eBay sometime in the next week or so. But, so I'll do another video on that when that part comes in. But this headset, or it's actually just one ear piece, but this headset that's got a microphone, all that stuff. This is this is military NATO wiring, rice and peas. All right, but this PTT that I got is wired for that also. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little test on this stuff, and I'm going to try and see if I can do this where everybody can hear and see everything. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. And this is just the first part of this part. All right. This is just the first part. But anyway. All right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get me another radio over here. All right. I got two of these radios sitting here, and this one's just got this speaker mic on it. I'm going to use this as as the radio to to show you what's going on. Let me turn this on. Turn that up a little bit. Turn this up. All right. So, just to show you that I am receiving audio on that. Here, I'll set my headset that I've been wearing. My headset. I'm gonna set that right here. Microphone next to the head, to the speaker. Audio 1 2 3. Audio 1 2. Audio 1 2 3. I think I had everything loud enough. Let me do that one more time. Audio 1 2 3. Audio 1 2 3. All right. I'm pretty sure you guys were able to hear that. All right. Give me some kind of indication y'all heard that audio coming out of the headset. Just for shits and giggles, so I know I've got some audio coming out. No, okay. Anyway, I'll continue with this because I'm pretty sure there was audio coming out of that thing. All right. Okay, thanks, Rice. All right. So now what I need to do is to show you that here, I'm going to have to speak into the microphone on this one. And I'm going to show you. Yeah, that's right. I had to take the damn charger off this fucking phone so it's not making some weird noise. But yeah, just to double check everything. Let me just do that one more time. I'm going to do that one more time. Audio check 1 2. Audio check 1 2. All right. Now you can see when I key up, this will light up when I key up and stuff. So I know it's working. It's keying up the radio. I know there's audio coming out of the speaker now. All right. So now what I need to do is I'll put that radio right there. I'm going to put this right here. And I'm going to put my headset over next to this so you can hear the audio coming out of this microphone. And I'll be using the, let me see here. I'm trying to do this. All right. Audio 1 2 3. Audio 1 2 3. Audio. All right. Yeah. Let's see here. I know you guys heard that audio too. So that's the audio coming out of that microphone, this headset. All right. So the brand new PTT. This is the basic setup. This is the basic radio setup that I'm going to be putting on my my vest that I've got hanging right there. All right. And let's see here. Sounded like a pilot. Yeah, it's actually see, that's another thing too. I think I can't remember, but I don't think this is amplified. I don't think it is anyway. It might be, but anyway, that is the basics, all right, of what I got to go. All right, but there's more. Wait, there's more. All right, let me put this aside. This is also what else I got in the mail. All right, this is my antenna relocation. Here's the antenna that I got. And here's the coax. All right, now what I'm gonna do here, let me see here. All right. I'm going to be using this radio in my vest. So I'm going to hook this stuff all that stuff to it. All right, let's see here. Let's try and get my camera set up to a different angle here. All right. This is my vest that I'm working on. I showed you guys this in the last video. All right, so let's see here. Idea. Let's turn this around. Let's get the antenna mounted. And this is actually a pretty nice little antenna. I mean, it's actually not a little antenna, but a pretty nice antenna. And this is one of those, like a flexible, tactical antenna. See how long that sucker is, and it's foldable, so I can fold it out of my way, kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be locating this on the back of my vest and running the cable around to the front. Okay, let's see here. Let's see how I want to do this. Bear with me for a minute here while I'm fucking fiddling with all this stuff. All right. Okay. There. That's where that antenna. The antenna is on the back of my vest now. That's out of my way, kind of thing. All right. So now what I need to do is kind of figure out a way to route this cabling um, through here. Let's see here. I'll probably do it like this. Probably do it like this. Now, you guys, if you guys do any, yeah, Rice, I'm into my gadgets. I'm going all nerdy, radio nerdy on you guys. Popcorn. So bear with me, you guys. But this is the comm system that I'm trying to work out for my system here. Um, but like I said, if you guys do this kind of, if you're thinking about doing this kind of thing, you might have a little bit different setup than what I've got. So like routing cables and stuff like that. Uh, it's going to be different for everybody, I guess. I mean, everybody can't, it's not going to be all the same. Um, but this is how I'm going to try this out and see if this will work um, on the cabling part of it. All right. Let's go. I do see that's the thing too. You see how I'm having to screw the antenna on there? They have these B and C connectors. They're like a quick disconnect type of thing um, for adapters for these SMA plugs. These connectors right here. There's SMA. That's what these are. These connectors that are on these Baofeng radios. Um, this is the female. The male end is on the radio itself. This is an SMA connector. Like I said, they have these connectors that are, I think they're called B and C, but they're like a quick disconnect where you can just like snap it on, twist it, and you're good to go. You don't have to sit there and screw and unscrew every time you wanted to take the radio off the antenna or something like that. It's nice. It's nice on that end of it. So I'm going to shove that in. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. I can't go to, I can't, well, all right. That's the antenna. All right. That's the antenna right there. So the next step is to hook up, hook up the PTT button. Go ahead and put that on. Click that a little bit. All right. Let's go ahead and shove that in the pouch here. Go ahead and set that right there. Now this cabling, I might have to do a little something different. I might have to do something different right there. But for now, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do for now. But like I said, I'm going to have to tighten up that cabling a little bit. All right. And let's see here. I'm going to have to route this cable somewhere. Just mount that in there like that. No, I can't do that. Do that. So what I'm thinking is I'll probably put the PTT like right here, probably. And, let's hide some of that cable in down in here somewhere. All right. PTT button right there. All right, and my headset. Let's just stick that right there for right now. And that plugs into the headset. All right. So there we go. That is the basic down and dirty on the thing. The headset, PTT button, radio, antenna. All right. So that's how that's working on that. And let's see here. What else I was going to do? I can't remember what else I was going to do. But like I said, I have another piece coming. I have that 6-pin adapter. Snooks! You look. Ulick. It is a budget civilian tactical comm system. That's what it's. That's what I'm doing right here. And I'm basically just showing the different components for the system. Mad Shed. I was hoping you'd come in. Probably have to go through the rewind, and or I can just do it all over again. I can kind of like go through it again. But anyway, because Mad Shed, I know you're interested in this stuff. All right, I got new stuff in the mail. I got my antenna relocation kit, and also I got that other PTT. All right. So as it stands right now, on the back of my vest, there's my antenna with the cabling routed to the radio. This is the radio up here on the front. All right. And from the radio, I've got it going up to the PTT. This is the new PTT. Oh yeah. Just because I hadn't, you weren't in here when I did this, Mad Shad. All right. The PTT I got in the mail, it has the Kenwood plug. So that just plugs into there. You know, I've got my cabling out to my antenna, cable into the PTT. All right. And like I said, I have to do some work on, you know, routing this cabling a little bit better. So it's not like all over the place, but this is just the bare bones down and dirty type of stuff. All right. And from the PTT down to this headset. All right. Yeah, go ahead. Because I was kind of explaining all those parts and stuff as I was doing it. And I did a radio check. So it all works. It all works together. And like I said, this the PTT, this is actually it's made by if I can get the damn thing to fucking focus right. It's a company called Earmore. That's what I got. That's who I got the PTT. It's a made in China scenario. Works. All right. And like I said, it's wired for the headset, the NATO wiring, and on the other end, it's wired to that Kenwood plug. All right. So this is the down and dirty scenario of this particular vest project. It's pretty much done now. But like I said, when I get that other part, that 6-pin adapter part in the mail, um, I'll be able to use some of the other components with the 6-pin, and maybe even use the other headset. I'm not sure, and maybe even use the other PTT. But this is working just fine. And since you weren't here, Shad, I'm going to do a radio check while you're sitting here, so you know what's going on. All right. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to clip that radio right there so you can hear what that's going on. Turn this radio on. Yeah, it's on the right channel. Turn this radio on. All right. Let's see here. Let's do an audio check on this one. All right. I'm going to put my headset up here against the speaker. You know, I'm working with a lot of stuff at the moment. All right. And try and get everything in view. All right. I'm going to key up on this radio, and I want you to hear the audio coming out of that speaker. This is with all the new setup putting in. Audio 1, 2, 3. Audio 1, 2, 3. Audio. All right. That's the audio coming out of the speaker. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I want you to hear the audio coming out of this microphone. All right. So I'm going to put my headset over here next to this speaker, and I'm trying to get the radios in there so you can see them light up when I key up. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this microphone. Shit, let's put all this stuff right here somewhere so I don't have to put my hand on. All right. And I'm going to key up with the new PTT button. Audio 1, 2, 3. Audio 1, 2, 3. All right. And that is the audio coming out of this microphone. So that's a radio check. Radio check, check, check. It is working good. So now I've got basically my comm set up on the vest. And like I said, I've got that brand new antenna. And Shad, you didn't see this. This is one of those, I know you've probably seen them before, but it's one of these flexible tactical type antennas. That's what I got right there. You know, it's like, you know, and it's a really long antenna. So the range on that is going to be nice range on that antenna, and it's going to be on my back. So it's not going to be in my way. It's not going to be poking me in the eyeball or anything like that. And all that good stuff. That is that. But like I said, I'm still waiting on some other parts, or that the other parts for the 6-pin. And when that comes in, I'll do some more on just integrating the 6-pin stuff to the civilian Baofeng. I'll have to show you that too. And all it is just an adapter going from the 6-pin to that Kenwood plug. And but like I said, also I probably eventually want to get some. They're called B and C connectors that I can hook up to the SMA plugs on the antennas, and you can get the B and C connectors on that. You know, it would be easier to disconnect the antenna and all that stuff without like coming in there and trying to unscrew everything. You know, you can just and then pop it off. You know what I mean? And it'll be good. And the antenna that I got, um, it's another Chinese company, Bingfu. Bingfu. That's the it's the where's it? Bingfu. Dual band VHF UHF 136 to 520 gigahertz. It's a 28.3 inch antenna. So it'll get some range on that boy. So I'm not going to make too much of a long video on this, but like I said, I got really excited because I got all my new stuff in. Um, I got all my stuff in the mail today, or it came in the mail yesterday, but I didn't get to play with it until I got home. Um, got all that stuff in. I just wanted to get everything hooked up and working out. Yeah, the ribbon antenna. See, you know what, Shad? I'm gonna tell you something. You know, those ribbon antennas. You know, you can make one out of one of these, out of a tape measure. That's basically what those ribbon antennas are. That's all this is. I mean, if you really wanted to, down and dirty, you can take one of these, cut it to the length that you need for whatever frequency that you're working on. Like for instance, if I was working on the Baofeng for the GMRS and FRS, I probably cut it. Let's see here, probably about 20 some odd inches. Probably cut it about that right there, and that would be my antenna. You know, and then just hook onto it with the coax, and this becomes my antenna. So they're easy to make. I mean, you know, they're actually dipoles are pretty damn easy to make when it comes down to these things too. Um, and you know, dipoles and stuff. What I really want to figure out how they did it. But there's this company that makes these flexible wearable antennas. They're called cattail antennas. That's the company that makes them, and they call them cattail antennas. If you ever get the chance to look them up, look them up. They're pretty cool. They're really flexible. They're about as flexible as like a phone charger cord. That's about how flexible they are. All right. And what you would do is you would run it through like your Molly, all your Molly stuff on your plate carrier or something like that. So you don't have like an antenna sticking straight up. You've got your antenna running through some of your Molly, you know, all wire and wound all up in stuff on your plate carrier. It works. It won't get quite as much range as an antenna sticking straight up in the air, but it makes it a little bit more, it's less stuff to snag on shit. I like the modularity. It's not on one piece. Yeah. I trying to use all good stuff, you know. I mean, radio equipment, I mean, I'm really a stickler on it. I do a lot of research on the stuff that I'm using, you know, what type of connectors and stuff like that. I'm always looking into shit. I mean, that's what I miss about having Radio Shack. Golly, man, I really miss Radio Shack. If I had the money, I would open up a store kind of like Radio Shack, where I can sell radios and all the accessories, you know, coax, antennas. I mean, you know, even if you want to do, you know, electrical repair or on your, you know, any kind of repair on your radio, I would sell parts like resistors and diodes and just all that. Dude, if I had the money, that's what I would do. I would open up a store like that, you know, a brick and mortar type of thing where people can come in, touch the stuff, you know, and you know, because I don't like ordering shit off the internet. I don't really like that because, you know, you don't, you know, you really don't know if you're getting what you're going to get. You know, I'll give you an example. I mean, I didn't notice this until I got it, but that PTT that I got, right? It's got another damn thing right there. I'm not even sure what that is. I mean, when I ordered it, it didn't say anything about this little thing, this port, this hole right there. I'm not even sure. It's threaded, so I'm not even sure what that is. I'm gonna have to look up on look more into it, but you know, that's just an example. I mean, I was expecting to get one thing, and then I'm not even sure what that is. But anyway, yeah, cattail antennas. If you look into those, they're a wearable, flexible antenna. Um, but that's why I like going to places. I like going to a brick and mortar store where I can sit there and look at stuff. Um, yeah, snagging is an issue. That's the reason why. That's another reason why. Um, all the let me get my damn light to stand still. All the cabling and stuff that I'm doing for the antenna, I'm gonna have to. This is just a bare bones type of thing. Just to kind of get it on there and see it on there. I'm gonna have to reroute some of this cabling a little bit neater so it's not a snag issue. You know what I'm saying? And and since this is kind of a mesh, I probably can take some really small like zip ties or something and kind of zip tie it to the vest. Um, so like where I get it when I get it to where I want it, I can zip tie it down and it'd be good. Um, yeah, brick and mortar storefront. And I rather go. That's what I miss about Radio Shack. I like going into Radio Shack back in the day because I've always been interested in electronics. So I loved going in a Radio Shack and getting into those bins with all the drawers with all the parts and all that stuff and finding what I need and blah blah blah. And I would like to do the same thing for radio stuff. I mean, there used to be places where you can go for like CB radio and ham radio stuff. Same thing with Radio Shack. You used to be able to go to a store and like if you were into that hobby or into that kind of thing, you can buy all the bits and parts, like radios and coax and antennas and whatever else, connectors and stuff like that. And they're just not around anymore. So I mean, if I had the means, that's what I'd do. I'd open up my own store, kind of like that, where I'd have, where I can, sell all kinds of radios, everything from CB radios to ham radios, and all the bits and parts that go with it. You know what I mean? And you know, it's kind of like radio is not necessarily as big and popular as it used to be, but there's still a lot of people on it. There are some younger generation getting out there and doing it. So it is something. And then also the prepper mentality, is having that on your preps. I mean, you got to have more than just food, water, medication, self defense. You're going to have to communicate with the outside world. You know what I mean? Even if it's like, if it's just people in your group, you got to have communications of some kind. That's the reason why I am, talking about these Baofengs, because the radio itself is affordable. It's got a lot of thank you, Snooks. It's got a lot of different capabilities that are make it a little bit better than those cheap ass Midland walkie talkies. Um,
Yeah. Well, see, argument. I talk on a Striker 955. That's what that radio is right there. And my home channel is channel 38 27 385 lower sideband. Um, I haven't been on the radio in about a month or two because my antenna is fucked up right now. So I haven't been on the radio, but that's usually on 24 hours a day. But like I said, CB radio has its place, it has its purpose and its place. But for when it comes down to mobile on your person type radios, these Baofeng UV5R radios are definitely budget friendly when it comes down to it. And and like I just went through, you can make yourself, in a sense, a tactical comm system using the civilian Baofeng radio, and you can incorporate military style headsets, PTT buttons, and all that other stuff um, with this stuff, and kind of get the best of both worlds. Is what I'm trying to do anyway, because I've got a lot of different stuff when it comes down to it. So yeah. Anyway, I don't want to make it too long because I'm going to start rambling and repeating myself. But also, when my other part comes in, that 6-pin adapter, when that comes in, I'll do another video just basically kind of showing that part and how I can incorporate some of the 6-pin military style plugs to that right there. And which is not a big deal. I mean, like I said, just what I got when I got the PTT button today. That was a big part. That was a big part of it right there. That PTT button right there. That right there was the major part to get this whole system going. So, um, and Mad Shad, I don't know, man. I can't remember if I've got your email or not. But if you want, man, I think I don't know. I think my email is out there on my main page, on my page or whatever. Um, if you want, or whatever. I don't know. I have to actually. I can actually put the links of the stuff that I got. I'll have to do it after the fact. After the video, after I stop doing the live. But I can put a link to the Amazon where I found the PTT and the antenna relocation kit on Amazon. I found it on Amazon, so I can put the link to those things in the description or whatever, if you guys are interested. Otherwise, just email me and I can send you a link through email or whatever, if that's more like what you more style. But yeah. Um, and somebody was actually asking me, was it the other day or whatever, when it comes down to, and I'm not an expert, and everybody's situation is a little different. They're not going to be. I think we need radios the way things are going. I'm in the UK. Oh, right on, argument. Yeah, right on. Yeah. See, that was the reason why I'm talking about this. Because a lot of stuff that's going on around the world right now, you know, things could pop off and get really shitty pretty damn quick. All right, and since I'm always got this prepper survivalist mentality going on. Um, not only food, water, and on medication, and a bunch of pew pews and stuff like that. Is yeah, I think my email is on. Oh, it's not on my main. Oh, you don't see it, Snooks. Okay. Well, anyway, I don't know. I can't remember if I got your email, Mad Shed. I cannot remember. But just because Oh, this is another thing I was wanting to show everybody too. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. And Mad Shad, you might be interested in this because this might help you. Remember I was talking about, um, yeah, argument is just communications is a big deal, and it will be a big deal when everything goes popping off. Well, anyway, remember I was talking about civilian wiring and the NATO wiring, all that kind of stuff. I did some schematic type stuff going on here. All right. Imagine, the headphone plug. All right. All right. This is how it's wired. Now, this side, or I mean, this side right here is the civilian wiring labeled, and this is the military NATO style wiring labeled. All right. Now, if you look really closely, you got the was it um, the earphone. That's a plus, a positive, on the earphone, and then there's a positive on the microphone. That's those 2 points. That is for the NATO wiring. For the civilian wiring, it's a microphone positive and an earphone positive. If you notice, they're both positive, but they've just been switched. For NATO wiring, this post is the earphone. For civilian, it's microphone. And NATO, this post is microphone. This post is earphone for civilian. So that's the only difference between civilian and NATO wiring is those 2 posts are switched. So when it comes down to it, I mean, it's really easy to kind of like rewire something if you needed to. So and then also for the 6-pin plug on the NATO wiring, um, that's how it's wired. You got A, B, C through A through F plugs. The A would be the ground, the B would be the speaker, the C would be the PTT, the D would be the mic, the E would be for CW. CW is like a Morse code or dit dot, whatever you want to call it. The center plug right here would be the 12-volt positive. All right, that's how the 6-pin plug is wired. And also, let's see here. Oh, for the Kenwood jack, the Kenwood style jack that goes into the Baofeng, the way it's wired is these back posts, the furthest one back. This really kind of works. It actually kind of works the PTT button. That's what those posts on those 2 pins are for. Now, the middle post on this one is going to the microphone, which is the plus, positive side of the microphone, and the middle post on this one just goes to a TX, which is a transmit data, which really doesn't even get used. Unless you for a different application, but not for this application. It's not even being used. All right, and the tip of this one is actually a voltage positive, and the tip on this one goes to the speaker. That's how this is wired. And I'm just, I was just drawing this stuff out for my own references and stuff like that, because I like to have a lot of this shit already here, so I can always go back to my books and find wiring schematics and stuff like that. Whatever. But that's how they're wired. just to let you know. Now, if you're wanting to incorporate military style like headsets and PTD buttons and all that stuff, like I said, you're going to have to know how it's wired and how to and have adapters or whatever to plug into the Kenwood style plug. All right. So, and it's really, like I said, it's not that big of a deal. There's plenty of different things out there. The PTT button that I got for the vest, uh, I I think it was shit. I can't remember. It was something like $35 or something like that. 35, $40. I can't remember exactly. Um, it was around. It was less than $40, so it was like probably around $30 or $40. I can't remember right offhand. So it really wasn't that bad. But like I think the military style PTT button that I've got, I think I saw that on the internet for like $90. So you know, I mean, you can get some really expensive stuff out there. I mean, you get really good stuff. I mean, you just paying a little bit more money. So I mean, I'm always looking for the lower cost route where I can do everything I need and get the quality I need. Um, but anyway, I just wanted to show this guy, show you guys that little setup, and like I said, I'll be back when I get that other part in the mail, and I'll just do a small short video on that. And you guys all have a good rest of the evening, morning, whatever it is out there in YouTube land. This is the 1122 Wingnut Radio. I'm out here for Anarchy Television, and I am back out.